In the vast, misty swamps of Central and East Africa, time itself seems to slow down. Here, among the whispering papyrus reeds and the murky, life-giving waters, lives a creature that appears to have walked straight out of a forgotten age. It's a ghost from a prehistoric past, a relic of the dinosaurs, standing silent and motionless, as if it were a grey, weathered statue carved by an ancient artist. But this is no statue. It possesses a gaze so intense it can freeze your soul, and a hunting strike so sudden and violent, it shatters the swamp's silence in a heartbeat. If you've ever wondered if monsters still roam our planet, you're about to meet one. Welcome to Africa Unboxed, the channel that takes you beyond the headlines and into the heart of the real Africa. If you love discovering the world's hidden wonders, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because you don't want to miss the incredible stories we have waiting for you. Today, we journey deep into the wetlands to find a living dinosaur that hunts like a statue, the incredible shoebill. Imagine a bird standing as tall as a child, up to 5 feet, with a wingspan that stretches over 7 feet wide. Its body is covered in a uniform grey plumage, looking almost like a dusty coat of ash. Its long, spindly legs are the color of dark mud, perfectly designed for wading through shallow waters. But none of that is what you'd notice first. Your eyes would be drawn, inescapably, to its head. It possesses a beak, a bill so enormous and bizarre it defies belief. It's shaped like a massive wooden clog, or a Dutch shoe, which is where it gets its name, the shoebill. This bill is a formidable weapon, pale and flecked with grayish marks, ending in a sharp, curved nail-like point, perfect for piercing and crushing. But even the bill isn't the most unsettling feature. It's the eyes. The shoebill has large, piercing, yellowish or grayish-white eyes that are positioned on the front of its face, unlike most birds. This gives it binocular vision, the ability to perceive depth with deadly accuracy. When a shoebill stares at you, it doesn't feel like a bird is looking at you. It feels like an intelligent, ancient being is judging you, weighing your very worth from across the mists of time. This powerful, unblinking stare is the first part of its legendary hunting technique. This incredible bird is a master of patience. In fact, patience is its primary weapon. 4 hours on end, the shoebill will stand utterly motionless in the shallow, deoxygenated waters of swamps and marshes. These are places other birds might avoid, but the shoebill thrives here because its favorite food, the lungfish, often comes to the surface in these waters to gasp for air. And so, the shoebill waits. It becomes a statue. It might hold a single position for 2, 3, sometimes even 4 hours without moving a single feather. The water ripples around its legs, dragonflies might land on its back, and the world simply moves around it. It is a portrait of absolute stillness. This behavior is so extreme that in some local laws, the bird is seen as a symbol of profound, unwavering focus. To find this living fossil, you can't just go anywhere in Africa. The shoebill is a specialist, found only in the dense, remote freshwater swamps of countries like South Sudan, Rwanda, northern Zambia, and one of the best places for tourists and researchers to see them, Uganda. If you ever want to search for this bird, keywords to remember are the Mabamba Swamp in Uganda, near Lake Victoria, or the vast Bangweulu Wetlands in Zambia. These places are its kingdom. Here, the papyrus reeds grow tall, providing the perfect cover, and the waters are rich with the prey it seeks. It's a solitary creature, and you will rarely see more than one in a single area unless it's a mating pair. They value their personal space, each bird commanding its own large territory. Now, let's go back to our statue in the swamp. It has been standing still for what feels like an eternity. The sun is high, beating down on the water. A large lungfish, desperate for oxygen, slowly rises to the surface just a few feet away. In this moment, the shoebill transforms. The ancient statue comes to life in an explosion of controlled violence. It lunges forward in a move called a collapse. Its entire body falls forward, neck extended, that colossal bill wide open. The sound is a sudden, loud splash that echoes across the quiet swamp. It scoops up the fish along with gallons of water, mud, and vegetation. What happens next is a meticulous, almost grisly process. The bird raises its head, and you can see the water and debris spilling from the sides of its massive bill. It skillfully manipulates its catch, sometimes for several minutes, using that sharp hook at the end of its beak to get the perfect grip. Then, with a mighty gulp that forces its whole head and neck to convulse, it swallows the fish whole. Often, after such a momentous effort, the shoebill will stand still again, digesting its meal, its intimidating eyes once more scanning the horizon, ready to become a statue all over again. Its oddities don't end with its looks or its hunting style. The sounds it makes are just as strange. Shoebills are mostly silent, adding to their ghostly persona. But when they do communicate, especially when greeting each other at the nest, they perform an action called bill clattering. They throw their heads back and make a loud, hollow, machine gun-like sound with their bills. It's a startling, percussive noise that sounds utterly out of place in a natural swamp, another one of the shoebill's wonderfully weird characteristics. Sadly, this unique bird is a vulnerable species. There are likely fewer than 8,000 of these prehistoric-looking birds left in the wild. Their biggest threats are habitat loss, as swamps are drained for agriculture, and illegal poaching for the international bird trade. Thankfully, countries like Uganda and Zambia are making significant conservation efforts. Ecotourism plays a vital role. When you travel to places like the Mabamba Swamp with a registered guide to see the shoebill, you are contributing directly to its survival. You are showing the local communities that this strange, solitary bird is more valuable alive, as a living relic, than it could ever be in a cage. The shoebill is a perfect symbol of what our channel, Africa Unboxed, is all about. It's a creature that defies simple categorization. It's not just a bird, it's a window into a bygone era. It represents the wild, weird, and wonderful side of Africa that exists far beyond the stereotypical images of lions and elephants on the savannah. It reminds us that there are still mysteries to be found, ancient stories to be told, and creatures so bizarre they stretch the limits of our imagination. It's a living dinosaur, hunting like a statue in the heart of Africa, waiting for those patient enough to seek it out. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the misty swamps of Uganda. What did you find most incredible about the shoebill? Let us know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button and, most importantly, turn on notifications and subscribe to Africa Unboxed, where we don't just tell stories, we unearth them.